People are surprised when they come to this garden in that they almost think of it as an ornamental garden because of the way it's laid out, its aesthetics, its scale, its form. But in fact it's a productive garden. It's actually very pragmatic. In essence, the actual forms here, they've been evolving over about 6 or 7 years through these projects that I've been driving with the Wood Collective Mehilamad, which is a collaborative project where people of different disciplines come together, different backgrounds, craft, art, design. So there's been all sorts of people who've contributed in different ways and in very innovative ways. It's about creativity, I suppose. There's the word praxis, it's about learning by doing. And what's amazing about this is you might have the thread of an idea, the bones of something on the back of a cigarette box, and you start to actually iterate it and layer it and build it up. And when people become involved, it's amazing what they bring to a project. And that's a very satisfying aspect to this. As you enter the garden, you're presented with this very solid, sinuous wall. And it's deliberately solid. It's about creating a sense of mystery of what's over the wall. And as you move through, you're kind of guided, you're not forced in this kind of winding path. And then you become slightly enclosed with these timber slatted structures. And they have a certain quality about them. So you kind of have a transition from solid into space. You have a social space here in the centre. This is very much about conversation. It's a very sociable, soft space. You're sheltered. You can see it here. It's transparent and yet you feel enclosed. And this is about eating, enjoying the produce of the garden. It's about fun. But then as you move through into the next layer of the garden, there's kind of a labyrinth of these raised beds. They're at different heights deliberately. It's about access for all, about working, about practical thing of working and what's involved in working. But also in terms of the public engagement here, it's presented in a visual way. It's like an amphitheatre of planting, if you like. And you weave your way through that. And then to the back of the scheme is the secret place, which is the gardener's room. That is the engine room. It's an interpretive educational space. It's like a stage set, really. There you have the potting shed, you have the tools. It makes visible the process as well, the practical realities of everyday work. And I suppose most importantly, you have the fertiliser, the compost, which is that's about returning organic matter to the soil. And the soil is really underlying, is the foundation of this scheme. And then the other aspect then is the wood, which encloses the scheme and creates shelter and a microclimate. So I suppose looking forward, I see this as it's an educational tool. I'd like to become an educator and work with educators, but also to create spaces for people in new ways. And in a sense as well, it's about telling stories.